Good evening and welcome to the very first edition of Break Away Homesteader. First, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Patrick, and not with me tonight, but you'll soon meet my wife Megan and my son Huxley. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Brad and Krista at the Big Family Homestead for encouraging me, or for putting it out there that anybody can start doing what they want to do as far as making videos, recording their life events, and making it accessible to other people to enjoy as a family or as an individual, to where they can enjoy it freely. So I want to start with my name. You already know it's Patrick, and I'm 34 years old, going on 35, and I was born in New York, grew up in Texas, and moved back to New York before I joined the military, the United States Navy, where I served 11 years of service, and then was forced out under Barack Obama's force reduction policy. I was pink slip, and from that point, we took a really big turn in our life. My wife and I, we were just married maybe a year and a half. And it was a big step going back into the civilian world. But luckily I had friends that hooked me up with a great job in North Carolina, working for the military in a government contracting position. So, with that said, we've lived here for 5 years now, and I've really enjoyed it. I love North Carolina and don't plan to leave it anytime soon unless somebody could provoke me. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. We promised ourselves when we moved to this house that we would be here only for 5 years, and then we would move on to whatever was next, because being in the military, you have a 2 to 4 year duty station, and once that 2 to 4 years is up, depending on how long you stay there, you move on to the next place. And we're kind of getting tired of being here in this one spot, though we are both happy where we are as far as how much income we have, or where we're working. It's time to move. When we first moved here in 2011, December 2011, this place was really nice and we enjoyed it. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, a little over 3/4 of an acre, and it was a nice place. And as time progressed, it turned into a not so nice place. We love our house, we just hate the location. The people around us are not the best people, nor is the neighborhood turning the neighborhood's turning itself inside out. Basically, there's not a night that goes by that we don't hear gunshots, and we don't like that. So I've always been preparedness minded. Always wanted to be sure that in case something happened, I would be able to protect myself, my family, and my values. And that's a big thing, is the values these days are pretty much going out the window, and it's hard these days to wave at somebody without them looking at you funny, and all you're doing is being polite. So moving on from there, it's just time to move. It's time to go. And I grew up in Texas, like I said, little half-acre plot where my father raised rabbits, we had chickens, we had a garden, and he taught me a lot, and I really appreciate him for that. So it's time to pass the torch. I got a 2-year-old son that I don't necessarily want in this neighborhood, but we have found a place. And that's the good news, and that's why I'm starting this blog, or vlog, you would say, because it's time for a fresh start. And you can start a fresh start. It doesn't have to be you're going to change something dramatically or anything like that. It just means you're going to take a moment in time and you're going to move forward for that moment in a positive direction. And that's what a fresh start is, really. So we've taken a step above that, and we were finally in a position to where we can not leave this house because we can't sell it, but use it as a tool to our advantage to help us along the path that we need to be on. And so we didn't close, but we opened a contract on the house today. It's on 2 acres of land, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath log cabin. And there's some things wrong with it. It is a foreclosure, and it's pretty overgrown. But we're excited about it because of the prospect. The prospect of living someplace where there's no crime. Living someplace where you can make your own decisions and not be held accountable to somebody else's standards. And so my wife doesn't even know I'm making this video, but I think she'll understand it when she sees it, that we've both grown up a lot in the past 5 years. And so it's come to that point. I'm looking forward to developing the land, showing you what's going on and how we're going to move forward with it. I don't have the fancy schmancy hoity-toity video equipment that Brad might have, but I want to be someone based upon what he does. I want it to be clean. I want it to be fun. I want it to be family oriented, and I don't want negative impact on people. I want positive impact. So that's where we're going to start, and later down the road, or next few videos, we're going to get a little basis on our lives and what we've been doing, and how to introduce ourselves to you better, and make sure that that you're happy, because we are definitely becoming a happier family, taking these steps, and we want you to join us. That's the short and skinny. And so I look forward to the future, and we'll see what it holds. Have a good night.